Bernie Sanders had a very emotional interaction at one of his events just a few days ago with a vet who was suffering from crippling medical bills. Here's a section of what happened.
Now they're saying that, I didn't re-sign or do something or something.
How are you going to pay off?
I can't. I'm going to kill myself.
John, stop it. You're not going to kill yourself. All right,
I can't deal with this. I have Huntington's disease. Do you know how hard that is? You probably don't, do you? I can't drive. I can barely take care of myself.
All right, let's chat later at the end of the meeting, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
And that is, of course, devastating. The man has $139,000 in medical bills. He appears to have been screwed over on his insurance. After that interaction, Bernie Sanders actually started a thread on Facebook. What's the most absurd medical bill you've ever received? And as of this morning, it had 24,000 responses already because this is a serious issue. Crystal, your thoughts?
While the media fixates on whether Bernie Sanders is too angry, men like this, a veteran who served our country is thinking of killing himself because of medical bills in one of the wealthiest countries on the planet. It is frankly completely unacceptable. And if we're not all outraged, I don't know what we're doing.
And one of the weirdest responses I've seen to people pushing for Medicare for all from some in the mainstream media is Bernie keeps claiming that people don't like their insurance. That's not true. Like this idea that it's not just that they have personally benefited from the status quo on healthcare, it's that secretly lots of Americans are actually happy with the situation, even as more and more experiencing medical bankruptcies, not getting the care that they need, all of that. It's been really weird to watch.
Well, and here's the other thing, John. Like, people care about themselves and their families, yes, but we also care about our brothers and sisters who may not be as lucky as we are. I mean, look, I am blessed. I know I'm going to be able to get the care that I need for myself and my family. I'm incredibly lucky. That doesn't mean I'm satisfied with this incredibly immoral, that's what it is. It is an immoral status quo. And if you're defending it, to me, that is a non-starter in terms of being a Democratic candidate. You see the industry talking points flowing out of the mouth of Joe Biden and some of the other centrists in the race. I just find it completely unacceptable. I can't believe that we have Democrats who are making the case from Republican industry talking points against having health care for all of our citizens. It's so wrong.
You know what, I'd like to get your thoughts just on what we saw a few days back. At the last Democratic debate, we had the first 30 minutes or so was pretty much about Medicare for all, where you had everybody basically claiming that their plan was Medicare for all, even though 2/3 of them at least were simultaneously attacking Medicare for all as financially irresponsible, if not impossible. And so what do you think about the state of the conversation inside of the Democratic Party about what needs to happen with healthcare?
Well, it is incredible the way that Bernie Sanders has set the frame of this conversation and a number of others. But I think it's a sign of the success and the appeal of Medicare for all that you have everybody basically copying the name, right? You've got Medicare Choice, Medicare for America, Medicare for those who want it. It's sort of absurd. Look, I think the bottom line is you are either committed to healthcare for all, and you are either committed to getting the profit motive out of healthcare where it does not belong, or you're not. It's really not more complicated than that. It's quite simple. Do you support healthcare for everyone? Support focusing on care rather than profits. That's the bottom line.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.